Hey, hello. You're stuck in traffic with Wolf Gorlick. A couple minute riff on IT and IT security. So, today we're looking at security controls in general and security controls on AWS, Amazon Web Services in particular. I am a cloud skeptic, right? Cloud denier. Science isn't in yet. Not everyone confirms that we should be using cloud. There are cases obviously where it's more secure, quicker to do in prem, but that being said, the cloud in recent years has made a lot of progress. As a matter of fact, some of the ways they're implementing security controls now, I think, are indicative of how we should be looking at controls and doing controls across the board. So take, for example, AWS. Tip for you, if you're not already doing so, read the AWS security blog. There's some really good stuff in there. Recent articles said, hey, how do we detect when a change has been made to a security group? They proposed two different ways. And these two different ways, as a way of thinking, as a methodology for thought around a control, are exactly what we need to be thinking about. It's always about the state and the activity, right? The state of the union, the state of the device, the state of the configuration, what have you, and the activity that's flowing across it. And looking for patterns and ways of detecting changes in both. And this is exactly what Amazon proposes. One, using a tool called AWS Config, which will run a config check against a security group and say, okay, if it's changed, in the example, it's a firewall. If the firewall has changed and no longer matches our controlled gold standard, alert. So one, looking at the state and looking for changes in the state. Two is activity-based. Amazon offers two different ways within web services to look at activities. One is called CloudTrail, another is CloudWatch. Both are similar to any number of log forwarding and alerting systems that you probably use all over the place, and both can be piped into your SIEM and what have you. In this particular instance, you set up a alert on changes those security groups. So you may get alerted when the config changes, but you also get alerted when someone made that config. Now you may wonder, well, why look at both, right? One or the other should detect. But that gets back to what we talk about quite frequently, which is redundancy along our controls. If one of these controls gets blocked or one of the controls fails, by having two controls looking at the same control objective, having a good config that prohibits certain changes within it, by having two controls redundantly to meet that objective, we can be assured to a certain level that should something change and something go awry, we get notified for it. So I really like what Amazon Web Services is doing in general with their security. I really love the methodology and thinking that goes behind a lot of their controls, and this recent blog calls that out, right? State and activities. Tell me both, and if I know both, I can have a level of assurance I'm doing the right thing. What do you think? What's missing? If you're a bad guy, how would you get by that? Let me know. Hit me up in comments or on social media. Cheers.